today we're gonna work for about 8 hours as usual, from about 2:30 p.m. to whatever time I want to, but usually 8:30, 9 p.m. depending on the day. So our first order of the day is a $13 order for Jill. So Jill, she lives in the same building as another customer of mine, and his name is Jonathan, and they literally live next to each other. They're like, so Jonathan is 3'11 and Jill is 3'12. I know it doesn't matter, but in the grand scheme of things, I thought that was fun. So it was a pretty easy shop. When I arrived there, there was a fire truck in front of the building, and basically another driver just got stuck in the elevator of that same building, and the fire truck was there to free him from the elevator, so I had to take the stairs to the 3rd floor. The second order I accepted was a $19 order. I didn't even have to wait that long to get this one, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, which is pretty good, which is what you ultimately want to happen on those apps. This order is not going too far away. The customer, she lives in a house, which makes everything so much easier every time. And her notes say to leave the groceries at the door. So she was answering the phone pretty fast for the replacements, which also makes my life way easier. And on top of that, she tipped $10, which is a good amount of money, considering Doordash always recommends like $2 tip every time. For the third order, I had to wait a little bit of time to get this one. It's a $15 order going 1.4 miles, which is still a good order. The shopping was easy. His delivery notes, though, I'm not so sure. Look at that. Let's see if those notes actually make sense once you get there. So first of all, he says the entrance is on the same street at his address. I think I could have guessed this one. I feel like you need to mention that the entrance is on another street when the entrance is on a different street than the actual address, if that makes sense. And then he mentions the call box being super long. You have to wait until the voice finishes talking and then he will buzz me in. So I actually did what he said. I buzzed, I waited, and nothing happened. After like a full minute of waiting at the call box, it actually went through all of the voice, like the announcement, and then it went back to welcome. So I buzzed again, and he literally buzzed me in 5 seconds after that. So not sure if the call box notes were accurate or not, but then he mentions the pool, so I can see how this building can be a little bit confusing. You'll see on the video, but basically the pool part was needed because you could literally go straight or go through the pool. Knowing myself, I would probably went straight, so that was needed to tell me to go through the pool area. And then literally his apartment was just right there. So I'm just assuming there is only one apartment 4B, right? And that was there. And then he put some notes about whatever was on his window. I didn't even check for this. I just checked for the apartment number, which was the correct one. So sometimes overly detailed instructions are more confusing than no instructions at all. I then accepted a food delivery on UberEATS. $11, not even going a mile, so that was a great order. I usually never pick up from this restaurant because again, that's the restaurant that's like at the major light, so there is no parking. But if it's a good enough order, I will do it.
Something weird happened with that UberEATS order. Basically, when I arrived at the restaurant, she looked at the order and she was like, oh, and then she went to speak to somebody. And then another person came and she was like, well, this order has just been picked up like 2 minutes ago. I was like, okay. But then she said, but the driver, he left part of the order here.
How somebody can forget part of an order when the restaurant gives you the order? It's not like a restaurant where you go and you pick up the food on the shelf they actually give you the food. So unless they forgot to give this dude the entire order, I don't see how he could have forgotten half of the order.
And she was like, do you still want to deliver this? And it was like, it's $11 for 0.3 miles. Yeah, I'll do it. So what I did is that I sent a message to the customer telling her, hey, somebody has already picked up your order, but they left like the chicken here, so I'm gonna deliver it to you now.
I don't know if it was a reorder from Uber Eats or a reorder from the customer, because she realized she was missing an item, so she reported item missing, and then she got credit, and then she reordered. I have no idea, because there was a tip on this order. Usually when it's a reorder, at least on DoorDash, it's all base pay. There is no tip. So I picked it up, I delivered it. She was super nice. She was like, okay, thank you. She actually reduced the tip. So instead of $11, I got $8. She tipped $5 instead of $8, which was announced on the acceptance screen. I'm not mad about it. I understand, but at the same time, it kind of sucks because it's not really my fault. But at the same time, I understand why she did it. The fifth order was a shop and deliver order on DoorDash. $21, going a little bit far away, a little bit further than what I like to go, 5.5 miles, but it was slow. And it was a Target order, which is easy to shop for, because if you don't know where something is, first of all, they have a gazillion employees in there doing nothing all the time. And if you don't know where something is in Target, you download the Target app and you search on the app. It will tell you the aisle, and it will even give you a little map that you can zoom in so you can see where something is in an aisle. Game changer.
Don't you love it when a customer's apartment building is pitch black and you can't see any number on the door, so you have to go up the stairs all the damn time and you keep getting it wrong? You look stupid as hell because you go up the stairs with your flash on to look at the number on the door and it's the wrong one. That's what happened with that Target customer.
I then accepted a $20 order on Uber Eats, going 1.9 miles, and while I was shopping at the store, I received a $14 order on DoorDash, 4 pavilions, going literally across the street from the store. So I decided to stack those two orders, complete the DoorDash one first, because she's so close to the store, the Uber Eats customer is not even going to realize that I'm making another delivery.
I just delivered this Uber Eats order, part of the stack order that I stacked. So he had 1 pack of water, other groceries, but he met me at the door with, I guess, his son.
On the way back, I got this $10 order food delivery on DoorDash. I haven't done a food delivery on DoorDash in such a long time because the payouts are always so low and the mileage is always so high. The whole hidden tip stuff is getting on my nerves. And I also never pick up from that restaurant because they never have the food ready, and there is never parking around this place either. So I went there, and guess what? No, the food wasn't ready. Told me at least 5 to 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, if I get something better on Uber Eats in the meantime, I will take it. And I didn't. So I waited. She met me at the gate, and it ended up being $12, which was a great order. I then accepted a $15 order for Michaela, so I have delivered to her maybe 5 or 6 times. She's super nice. She lives in a quiet street. She lives in a house. Her notes are always pretty detailed. She answers the phone. She's a great customer of mine, so I don't mind, and she's not too far from the store either. While I was checking out for this order, or I think I was putting items in my car, I received a $20 order on Uber Eats going the exact opposite way, going kind of far, 5 miles into the hills. But I thought, you know what, it's $20, it's kind of late, it's getting late, you know, when the orders kind of slow down. So I decided to go deliver to Michaela first, and then come back to shop for the Uber Eats one. I could have gone back in the store, but I thought it doesn't look good for me to shop for the order and then go 10 minutes on the other side to deliver to Michaela and then you know, 5 or 6 other miles on the other side to deliver it to him. And since it's ice cream, yes, you put it in an insulated bag, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really make sense. So I went to deliver to Michaela. I came back to Pavilions. I began shopping for this one, and 2 of the items were out of stock. Oh, surprise. So I put item unavailable, and he didn't choose any replacements. And he was not answering the phone. So he was not answering the messages. He was not answering the phone calls. I waited like 10 minutes. I was checking kind of if I could replace with something similar. While I was trying to contact that customer, I received an $18 order on DoorDash for Target, going less miles to a customer that I already know. It was for 3 items, 3 packs of diapers. Like the easiest order there is. So after 20 minutes, I just dropped the order on Uber Eats because I just thought it doesn't make sense to keep this order. He's not answering. I've had it for like 20 minutes and he's still not answering. I can't find the damn thing. And I didn't want to risk having my tip reduced because of those 2 items that I was about to refund, because if the customer does not answer, ultimately you have to refund the item that's out of stock. So because you kind of never know on Uber, when I guess they have an option to do like percentage tip like on Instacart, and if you refund something it goes down. It was such a good call because that order ended up so easy to do. The 3 packs of diapers were in stock, and it's the I already know that customers, and I'm pretty happy that I actually dropped the Uber Eats order.
Well, I didn't get any other order after this Target order that I did, but I mean, I did get a $10 order for Pavilions, which I'm not doing. Okay, well, thank you for riding along with me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.